Hey guys, welcome to week 6 of the trading review. So, this week was a relatively simple week. We only had one trading opportunity this week. Um, the reason being is that there were many days during which the fundamental side of the trade has overtaken the technical side. And since the price has been governed by the fundamentals by quite a lot, we opt out from taking these trades because it presents risks towards our portfolio and our strategy. So we're gonna delve into the one trade that we took this week, and at the same time, we're gonna talk about why we didn't trade on any of the other days and why it's important we do not trade on those days. Um, Another idea that I've been thinking in my mind is that after my study here in San Diego, when I get back to Hong Kong, I'll buy myself a really big blackboard and I'm going to do some analysis, fundamental analysis, right before the week starts. So everyone has a basic understanding of the fundamentals of the currency market. Now, the currency market is driven by both fundamentals and technicals. It is the general rule for every single market. Since we're trading based on the technicals, it's also important that we do not neglect the fundamental reasoning behind a price movement. Not only should we know how to trade based on our technical strategies, but we also have to understand what governs the market and when we should be entering alongside the fundamentals and when should we get out when the fundamentals are against our original technical trades. So this is an important point that all traders should have, and it's an important point that I have to develop over the past few months. So we're gonna get straight into the video, and so please check it out. Hello, what's up, guys? So this is the trading analysis for the week. We're gonna go through one trade that we took on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. So throughout the week, if you can see on the Euro USD, it really has been moving on really like a sideways price action. It hasn't really moved much, and so there are no trading opportunities on this particular pair. Australian US dollar did show certain momentum and certain really good technical moves, but lots of the technical moves were driven by fundamental price action, and it's really hard to define um, the possible direction of prices when scheduled news release data is announced. Oftentimes it's a 50-50% uh, guess, and if we guess it correctly, we'll make big profits, but if we guess it in the wrong way, then you know chances are we're going to lose a lot of money as well. So um, oftentimes I do not trade with the fundamentals. Sometimes if the fundamentals are along my technicals, I would definitely put in the trade because that is an extra confirmation on the particular on the strength of the currency and the direction that it tends to go. So no opportunities on the Australian US dollar. If we go to the US dollar Swiss franc, same thing. It has been consolidating throughout the week. Just so recently, before the market closes on Friday, it made a huge selling price action. So we're gonna see whether there will be new levels that can be drawn. Um, Interestingly, for U.S. dollar, Japanese yen, it had just prices has just shot all the way up from say around 0.6 to 56. That's more than 150 pips, and that's a crazy movement that we rarely see in the market just in 2 days' time. And so this actually was driven by a fundamental event where there's a weakening of the yen due to coronavirus outbreak, and since Asia's market is down, the U.S. Japanese yen has taken a really has just really skyrocketed in its price. And so this is the reason why the yen um, dropped in its value, and based on the currency pair, US dollar, Japanese yen rose all the way up. So let's get straight to US dollar, Canadian dollar, and analyze the trade. So I took the trade on, let's see, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So if I could have your attention right here, right? Actually, let me use this chart. Take a look at the 15-minute chart. You see, prices were forming in a sideways price action right here, and then it just tanked all the way down. Tanked again, tanked again, tanked again, right? Kept going down. So what does this show? This shows that there were a lot of sellers accumulated at this position, and once they've gotten all into their position, they took a huge sell downwards to drive the prices downwards so that they can make a profit. I believe that as prices go back up to this level, these sellers will be defending their position and would push the price further downwards. And because of this logic, I decided to draw this blue line right here. Blue line was the initial line that we traded from, and as price heads back to this level, we're going to take a short. So if we look at the 30-minute time frame, this is what it looks like. A huge drop. And then miraculously, boom, in 2 candles, prices went all the way back to this level. Now, the reason why it showed a really strong green candle was because not of a Canadian news, but because of a US news. Crude oil inventories. Crude oil inventories is a relatively weak news, and so it doesn't really affect the US market. However, Canada is a large nation that produces oil. And so the US data, even though it does not affect the US, but has a high impact on Canadian dollars. And so we saw a weakening in the Canadian dollar, which causes the US Canadian dollar to rise all the way up. And as prices touched on this level, I considered putting a sell order. And here is the reason why. The reason is because crude oil inventories is a weak news. If I show you right here, crude oil inventories showed positive results on the US dollar. That's why it shot up. But then since it's a low impact news, we're not going to skip the trade and not trade the technicals. We're gonna enter the technicals even though the fundamentals are going against us. We only choose not to enter the trade if the fundamentals were driven by red high impact news, such as this one, the ECB monetary policy meeting accounts. So because of this, prices went all the way back up, and I took a stab at 1.3260. Prices did shot up a little bit right here, 1.3260, 1.3268, and then went all the way back down to 1.3249. This is a 10 pip take profit, and we made $175. So this was the only trade we took. And let me talk to you about why we didn't take any other trades during the week. So on Monday, we didn't take any trades because I only focus on 5 currency pairs, which are, denominated at the US dollar. And since it's a US bank holiday due to the President's holiday, President's Day in the US, all the banks are closed, and this would mean a low volatility on currency pairs all across the globe. So we didn't take any trades on Monday. On Tuesday, there were no trading opportunities, and so that's why we skipped it. On Wednesday, we had the US FOMC meeting minutes, which is a really, really strong news that actually changes the fundamental nature of the currency. And oftentimes when this news is released, I don't trade the markets. I don't trade any currency based on the US dollar for 12 hours. And so prices were moving erratically during those 12 hours, and there were no trading opportunities on Wednesday. So took a trading opportunity on Thursday, and on Friday we had a series of just red high impact newses, and it was hard to find opportunities from there. Um, that is why we are having a slightly empty week, but usually the third week of the month is like this. That's the nature of the market itself. Fourth week is where the momentum starts to pick back up, and we're going to see more trading opportunities on the upcoming week. So pay very close attention to that. Um, Pretty much this is the overall review for this week. I'm just gonna keep start doing these videos because they're easy to do, and the whole point of this channel, firstly, right now, is not to get big. In the future, I want to get big by sharing personal development ideas and knowledge that I've learned. But as of right now, I have this project where I really, really want to do well in trading and prove people wrong. And this is an accountability um, series of videos for me to show to the world that, you know what, I can do it. Um, so it's going to be a hard journey. I've been doing this for so far. This is the sixth week, and we've been fluctuating between $6,800 to $7,200 range. Slightly consolidation in my equity charts. This is because we took some stupid trades and made some stupid losses, and we really haven't really fully defined all our rules. But since 2 days ago, all rules have been defined. Everything has been pinpointed to every small detail, and I really believe that starting from next week, we're gonna see greater and greater upward gains. So please pay attention. Please make sure that you guys follow me and check the story out because I'm sure it's gonna get big. I'm sure it's gonna get big. And so this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe, like, comment, and let me know what you guys think. Peace out.